We are back with the Guy Dawson Show at WCOBM.com, the World Center of Broadcast Media. I've just been having a ball talking about positivity, running businesses, God. We've had the whole spectrum here as a part of the show today. What, you guys have a good time?
Yeah. Oh, it's wonderful so far. Yeah. Just great. Great to be with you, Guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were just off the air a second ago, and I was sharing an experience that I had about laughter. And about how over the weekend I was playing this game, and all they tell you to do when you land on a certain circle is that you have to laugh continuously for 90 seconds. How many of you out there have laughed continuously for 90 seconds ever? And I was telling them what a wonderful shift that made in me. It makes you feel like your organs are banging up against your body, good. But it really makes you feel good when you do that. And then you were sharing about having some experiences with laughter.
Yeah, your whole chemistry changes. Yeah. Your whole chemistry changes. Yeah, and what led into that was just the whole this idea of gratitude. That of being grateful. A lot of times, when I'll ask them what's the first thing that you think of when you wake up. And that's usually hard for people because you don't concentrate on that. But most of the time, it's not a happy thought with a lot of people. They don't jump out of bed, because we're trained to kind of be another day. There's this kind of thing. So I always say one of the antidotes to that is make a gratitude list. Before you start complaining about anything, before you even recognize how stiff you are or whatever it is, start being grateful. And do 5 fingers and just say, I'm grateful for the sheets that I have on this bed. I'm grateful for the family that I have. I'm grateful for the roof I have. And you can do that. And by the 5th one, that idea of gratitude, it's a powerful emotion, will have shifted your vibration such that you start to see things totally differently than you would have if you just continued in the complaining. So it's gratitude is very helpful.
Gratitude's amazingly powerful force. What about you, John? What do you do to shift yourself?
I'm always in that shift mood. I'm happy. I'm a happy person. Life is short. You got to enjoy every moment, And I sat with Phil, and he told me about the 5 things that you appreciate when you wake up. And hearing the birds sing. It's beautiful. It just sets the tone, and I'm a happy person. I'm around a lot of negative people that try to bring you down, but it's just not going to work. They look at me like, hey, he's kind of strange. He's always happy. What's going on with him? But you know what? Life's short. You got to enjoy. So I try and stay in that mode. I have some times where I'm a little bit down, but you know what? For the most part, I try and stay up.
Being in business for yourself is something that can make you happy. There are a lot of challenges with it, but there's a lot of freedom that comes with being an entrepreneur.
You're right. I've never been so challenged with working with this company, and the fact that my mind is challenged every day, it gives me something to work forward to, rather than just a regular job I have to go to every day and do the same thing every day. I have these challenges, and when you challenge yourself, you grow. If you're not being challenged, you're not growing. So, it's wonderful.
And you're both kind of in the same, very similar industries we were talking about. And for you, Phil, one of the things that you're doing with people is getting them to get out of their comfort zone and try things that they may not be accustomed to doing, but really could be very beneficial to them.
Exactly, yeah. Most of us are creatures of comfort. We like to be comfortable. Therefore, we do things pretty much the same way. That's also with our thinking process. We think the same way all the time, and sometimes that's what really holds us back. So to help somebody shift their thinking and to say different things to themselves that are going to be helpful rather than harmful is where real health can come from. In my little ebook called Thinking Better, Feeling Better, I share about a gal, I called her Jenny in the book, that wasn't her real name, but she had grown up in a family where her father would say to her as a kid growing up, whenever she would drop something, he would say, "Oh, you dummy. Oh, you dummy." She, at the age of 40, would drop something, and guess what she'd say to herself? "You dummy." And so we worked on that for a little while, and I said, I want to isolate how that makes you feel. She goes, "Well, it doesn't really mean anything. We just said." I said, "I think your subconscious mind is listening to that, and it makes you feel bad when you say it." So we went on a program where she would, for a whole week, catch herself every time she was saying it and say, "No, you're not a dummy. You just happen to have dropped something." By the end of the week, she was ecstatic with the change that it made in her life. She was absolutely ecstatic because she was no longer chained to that habit.
Nice.
Yeah, it was just a wonderful moment. Then that makes coaching, for me, that's the reason I do it. You know, when you see that light go off in somebody's eyes and that aha moment, wow, it's just, there's no better feeling in the world.
Right. I mean, you really get to see people change themselves, and that really it's you. It's not the person. It's not the coach who's changing you.
That's right.
It's nothing external. It's you.
Exactly.
You with changing your thoughts, your ways, the ways that you see yourself, and developing your self-confidence and belief in connection with your higher power or whatever it is that is getting you to move to a different plateau and a different way of thinking. But it really is you. You make the change. There's no one who changes you but you.
That's exactly right. Yeah. I use this little image. I don't know if it'll show up here, but if you look at this as the water level, you know, and people's heads are just above water, there's nothing wrong with that. You can live like this, and it's okay. Your head is above water, you can breathe, but your eyesight is only at the water's level. If you could imagine somehow becoming more aware so that you're up higher, suddenly your vision is greater. You can see a further horizon, and you see opportunities that are there when you're here as opposed to here. You can't see those, right? And that's what kind of coaching, where good coaching will do that. It'll help people become more aware of what's available to them, what's possible.
And there's so much more available. John, you got just an outstanding business, and what else do you have to say about it?
Yeah, I mean, it's something, you know, I think people should give it a look-see. Do your due diligence on what we're doing. I mean, it's just a phenomenal company. I've never seen a company doing what they're doing. You know, just in my business background, I had a chance to work for a great business model, Southwest Airlines, great president. The leadership just giving back to the employees. This ownership here, what he's doing on behalf of the world and giving back himself. I mean, he's up there with Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, and giving back. We've touched over 8 million children in 40 different countries, malnourished, cutting the death toll down by over 20+%. You know, it's giving you purpose in your life. You know, when you have purpose, it makes it easy getting up in the morning. You know, giving back, purpose.
And it's making you healthier, and the thing that you are sharing with the world is something that is making, both of you, what you do, is making the world a better place, making people happier, healthier. It's good to be in businesses. That's why I love being a publicist, because most of what I'm sharing is I'm promoting people. I'm looking for the good in them and being able to share that with the world. I don't have a lot of time to be negative. I know that I have people to take care of, and I can't stay. Who wants a negative publicist, right?
Yeah, no, thank you.
I'd never be able to get a job. You know, but
I love it.
And so both of your businesses are so very synergistic. I know the two of you were talking a little bit when we were off air, and just that you're creating physical and business health, and you're creating mental and emotional health.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, it's a good way to say it.
They're congruent. They go together.
John, how can everyone get in contact with you to learn more about Univera?
Yeah, please just contact me. We can sit down and have coffee. John Picanzi, 702-480-1117. If you want to email me, univeraworks@cox.net. Let me get some information out. That's what our company's doing, getting information out, alternatives. Phenomenal stuff, phenomenal technology, science, 50 full-time scientists. We're going to rock the world.
And you, Phil, how can they get a hold of you?
You can contact me, Phil Shuart, at successfullifetoday.com. Successfullifetoday.com. My phone number is 702-630-0905. Call me for the free 45-minute session. Be happy to help you discover what you might be able to produce in your life.
Really quickly, Mayweather or Pacquiao? Phil?
Oh, is this a fight thing?
Yeah.
I thought it was maybe some teams or sports teams. Yeah.
Not a big boxing fan.
I'm not a big boxing fan. It kind of scares me to watch it, but I would be thinking Mayweather.
Yeah, I'm thinking Mayweather too. It just went too far out too long, so.
Wonderful. Well, thank you all for watching the Guy Dawson Show this week at WCOBM.com. Can't wait to see you all next week, and we will have more fun and frolic here in the studio. Take care. Have a great week.